This week on Greenfield's Finest Podcast.
I hopped in the shower, started shaving my ass, and I shaved it so fast, I just hit a stroke, and I sliced my ass. And so I literally, the time I'm not doing too, like in life, I didn't have all the, amenities like Band-Aids. So like I had to fucking use duct tape.
Well, you
on
gotta
my
put
ass.
a Band-Aid on there anyways.
Well, I put duct tape on my ass, and then she was like, "What the hell did you do to your ass?" I was like, "I was shaving it," and I had like baby oil all over it, and like she ended up boofing me. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birdseye Dell. With me, as always, the boys are in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
And then we got Big Dick Kenny from Polish Hill up in this motherfucker.
What's up, boys?
Well, and then it's us three. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. Before you're like, oh, the boys ain't all in the building. The boys are in the building. These are the boys. And you're going to get the best motherfucking podcast you've ever got. It's going to go all over the place. It's going to be nuts. Just hang with us. This is going to be the best podcast.
Yeah, we best friends.
Real quick. So Friday, June 13th, I'm going to be doing my comedy show. I'll be headlining. It's for my birthday over at 12 Whiskey Barbecue with Jeff Conkle. Got two special guests. I'll be revealing them in the upcoming week. Come out and see me, Jeff Conkle, and the two special guests. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. The show starts at 8 p.m. Dude, and here's the thing about this. 12 Whiskey Barbecue is a great place in the South Side. Not only that, they do a lot for the community. Fucking piece of shit Marty Griffin keeps posting shit about how bad South Side is. I go on South Side all the time. South Side's not as bad as everyone says it is, and it's not bad, and this is going to be a safe comedy show. It's safe down there. It
12
is.
Whiskey immediately cleans up the human shit off the sidewalk immediately.
And like, I think Marty...
They don't let it sit there.
Marty Griffin, like, no one's pooped on the sidewalk lately, so he's shitting on, shitting all over South Side, literally. Fun fact about Marty Griffin, after I did a little digging, he's involved with a real estate company that buys low-end, like when real estate crashes, Marty Griffin is in with the real estate company that buys it. So Marty Griffin literally, it's not a conspiracy theory, literally thrashes neighborhoods. The property value goes down, and he comes in and buys low. If you don't believe me, Google it and find out properties that he's invested in downtown Pittsburgh after he claimed people were shitting all over downtown, and we're pretty sure it was him the one shitting downtown.
Just like Police Academy 6.
Marty, and here's Marty Griffin. If you're listening to this, I have nothing against you. There's nothing wrong with making money. I do have a problem with you trying to divide our city and talk shit on small business owners that support local youth sports. I ask you to come to this comedy show. I'll give you a free ticket. We'll have a good time out, and I'd love to see you report on that, Marty. All jokes aside, come down to the comedy show. I bet you'll have fun. I'll buy you some drinks.
Think Marty likes to party?
Marty might like he might like nose nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Nose beers.
get them all gooned up. There's going to be like tons of chicks down there, like
He
there
already
always
gonna
is.
shut the fuck up.
All kinds of cooter. You know what I mean? So come on down, Marty.
Might be life-changing for him.
Right, Marty. Get a gander of some strange. You know what I mean? It says sitting in front of your fucking computer looking at turds all day. You know what I mean? You might be like, Southside ain't so bad. There's some fucking hot-looking puss down here. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of your house. Come down. You're invited. Free ticket. I'll leave it at the door. And seriously, all jokes out. Take care of you. Have fun, brother. We'll have a great time. This is like my open invitation to you to come enjoy the Southside.
Come see the turds, stay for the coos.
Yeah, stay for the coos, brother. The turds are gone. This week, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Carlson & Associates. If you're looking to buy, sell, rent in Pittsburgh area, Carlson & Associates is your trusted local real estate partner located in the heart of the South Side. They offer a full range of services, including residential and commercial sales. And for them right now, they're getting properties and they're flipping them so fast because everyone's coming back to the South Side. So leasing, property management, visit Carlson Associates Southside or casouthside.com or give them a call at 412-431-1718. Tell them Greenfield's Finest Podcast sent you. My main man Luke's down there. He handles properties for some people I know. Does a really good job. So hit him up. Real quick, I had a comedy show on Friday at the Derby. We had a decent little turnout, probably I think 25, 30 people. Joey, Jack's brothers on the show, Buddy Shan, Norm guy named Dave Stewart. Everyone did a real nice job. I'll be honest, it's the best I felt on stage in a while. You know what? The crowd was so into it. It was so much fun. And, I understand that the weather was shit, man. And I appreciate every single person that came out because that weather was fucking terrible. More people came than I thought would come.
Yeah, that was the night. If you didn't buy a ticket in advance, you might not have left your house.
We had 4 walk. We had prior. I'd say we do anywhere between 8 to 10 walk-ups. We had 4, and I was like, at least them 4 came. And
somebody downstairs was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go see the show upstairs.
Might have, yeah. There was a lot of people downstairs. It was the first time the downstairs was like more packed than the upstairs. But we're gonna be back in September. Also, starting next Thursday, so that'll be Thursday, June 12th. Be doing bar bingo over at the Derby. I'm gonna be hosting it. It's called Bad Bitch Bingo. We're gonna be having fun. There's prizes.
Interesting name.
Yeah. The one dude that hosts it when I'm not there, real cool, real funny. He's he's a little eccentric. He's that kind of guy. And they went out for the name Bad Bitch Bingo, and he does a great job with it. So they just left that same name. So when I go in there, I might not be as eccentric, but I am a comedian. It's going to be real fun. And I have to wear this little weird vest that said I love bingo. But it's going to be a good time. So if you're not doing that next Thursday, come on down. And then this Thursday, if you want to come down to Pittsburgh Improv, I'm going to be featuring. Message me for details. I can probably get you some tickets. So, but really focus on this show on my birthday because it's action-packed. I'm paying like some really big-time comedians to come in from Pittsburgh. It's the best comedians in the city, and they're going to be there, and it's going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to be closing out the show, and it's going to be the tits. So I hope to see everyone there. So last week we had to take a week off. It was fucking crazy shit going on. Quick update: the podcast is going to be making a few changes. We're going to be moving locations. That's what we're kind of working on. We just bought all of this new equipment. Thank you for everyone that helped out with that. But fucking, we're going to be moving. So next week we're going to be in a new spot. You'll see why things have been a little crazy lately, and we're really excited about it. What's been going on, fellas?
Nothing. I was about 24 hours late for your show. I made it down to Derby, but it was a Saturday night.
How was it?
Date night with the wife. It was good.
We
went to Ritual House. We had a gift card we got for Christmas. We finally used it down there. That place was good.
What's it called? The Ritual
House? It's a place downtown, yeah.
Oh,
apparently it's really expensive and fancy, but it was good. Very good. Yeah.
Well, like is it a la carte?
No, I don't know. It's a restaurant. You sit down and order.
Yeah, I know.
No. You know, whatever. It's seafood and fucking steak and shit. It's expensive shit. Real high-end restaurant.
Did the gift card cover it?
Most of it, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we had drinks at the bar before we went in. That was on the card just because you're not going to...
Yeah,
it was like $150 gift card. It was like $4 over plus tip.
Ah, it's not
bad. We got drinks. We had extra drinks to wait. The funny thing was we had a reservation for 7, and it was like 7:30, and we're like, holy shit, we're done eating already and shit. It was so quick. Like, the food come out, and everything was good. It wasn't rushed or anything. We were both just like, I'll be damned. It was so quick. Like, fuck, let's get another drink. Like,
right.
Come out for the night. Like, we can't just leave. It's by 7:30.
Right, we paid for this babysitter.
Full and satisfied. Everything was good.
What'd you get?
They had a scallop special. It was like scallops, like by almost big, like mini hamburger size.
Big
scallops,
old scallops.
That was the special tonight. I was gonna get the fillet, but then they sold me on the scallops with like the vodka sauce and spinach over mashed potatoes. Yeah, it's delicious. Kelly got some tuna thing.
I'm a steak guy, but that sounds.
And a crab bisque soup was fucking bomb. It was all very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
What's your drink of choice at dinner?
I got Jack and Ginger down there. Well, since the surgery,
they called a highball.
I think highball is whiskey and Sprite or something. That might be a highball.
I think or whiskey and ginger.
But Jack and Ginger, because I found my loophole. Since the surgery, if I eat too much, I get sick. Like, I still got fat guy brain, so I can't eat too quick. But then I can't drink for like an hour or something. But the loophole is when I'm eating and I make myself a little sick with a good meal like that with the fat guy brain, you get the Jack and Ginger. The ginger settles your stomach, and you're still drinking.
Right. Okay.
So, it works out. Then I don't look like, I'm celebrating Pride Month and like drinking water when I'm out to dinner. You know.
Yeah, it's all you always like gotta feel like sometimes like you go with people and like not Z-Bird, but like you that like I don't like to eat and drink together. Like
What happens?
Usually when I drink, like if I'm drinking beers, like I really don't
It's more before
eat because
and
you get
after.
full. You
Right.
get full and then you
No,
get
I'm
tired.
a drinker and I'm an eater. I don't
Right,
need to
but like
combine it, so I like
yeah,
to enjoy
at
both.
dinner anymore, like
People
yeah.
that don't drink will get beers and shit with dinner and shit. I've never been a beer drinker.
No, beer's too
with
many too
dinner or
much
food.
things, but yeah, like a little vodka.
But I learned
water.
that trick like up at camp. You know, you eat dinner at camp, but then you want to get drunk. You can't stop drinking. You know, so that's when I figured out the Jack and Ginger trick.
Yeah.
Very quickly
Good
after the
trick.
surgery. It didn't take long to figure it out.
What's going on with you, John?
Nothing. I had zero fun this weekend. I hit all three. I hit Costco, Target, Giant Eagle. Friday night, it was pouring.
That trick.
Like, yeah, nobody wanted to go out to dinner. I picked up Eaton Park. Yeah, I didn't do anything fun this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's sit in my house and get bit by spiders. Do we have a, what's it called, like a pest control guy?
We did. And he canceled, but I
He,
still
he
does
quit writing checks.
Yeah.
I
still-
know a guy. Get your guy.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
be the same guy.
The spider's been driving
Yeah.
me nuts.
I mean, he did sponsor for a little bit. Jim. I think.
Was that the guy that could kill anything, right?
Yeah, yeah, except for, like, live
shoot him
game.
if He kill
Yeah, he
whatever,
couldn't
but he's
kill,
more
like,
of a pest
tigers
guy.
and stuff, but, like snakes.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
kill a snake. He don't give a fuck.
Oh, but then we ended up at the Derby afterwards. That's what started that whole story. Then it was
How
my
was that?
the Derby was really nice. So I was just couldn't believe how many employees there were there. There was at least 15 bartenders. You never had to wait on a drink, and there was probably 35 security
That's
dudes down
nice.
there. So you don't fuck around. I saw a lot of red shirts down there.
Yeah.
I might be exaggerating a tad, but it seemed like a lot of people.
So it was easy to get a drink?
Yeah, no, and then yeah, it was good. And I heard about the cheese sticks on the thing too. So we were there for a little bit, and dinner was like
Wearing off.
over. So I said, throw me an order of cheese
Them
sticks. I heard Jack
mozzarella
talk
logs.
about the logs. That's what I saw. I saw them across the bar. I'm like, I'm gonna have to try them.
I went down to. I was down there
Also very good.
this past Thursday for my first bad bitch bingo, and Jack's like, "What do you want to eat?" And that was
Like
the
you need
first
to
thing I
snap
went to. Yeah.
Bitch bingo.
Bad bitch bingo. Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I had my shirt up like this. I was like,
And then next is just a vest.
yeah, with a shirt on. It said, "I love bingo."
See, I was wondering to see if people now these things you've been seeing on social media, they're not photoshopped. Z-Bird is that ripped. I'm looking at it live now.
I got accused of that on a post.
I believe it. I've thought of it myself.
The haters are out.
I wouldn't dare accuse you online, to help with the
You would
haters.
heckle me,
But I thought
to
it.
my face.
I thought about it. Yeah.
You'd be like, "Wait till I see this."
Well,
fuck
yes,
face."
we were out in the hallway waiting to come in.
On the one post where our one boy like posted like in the gym, and then there was like 4 dudes underneath posting shirtless pics. Like that got a little weird.
Yeah, it was Brokeback Mudhole Mountain.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I can't post pics like I used to because I'm in a relationship. So it's like, what are you doing posting these pics? So
I'm
like,
sure she knows what your wiener looks like. Throw it out there.
Yeah,
Let the
but-
world to see. She don't want to
Yeah.
hide that for herself.
I know, and it's like I think on my birthday I'm gonna maybe but and then again I'm like it's kind of weird. Sometimes I see people constantly do it, but I don't always do it. I like to just put like one good picture up of me,
Yeah.
and then like be able to look back at it when I'm like 44 and a half.
Right.
Be like,
Fucking
yeah.
right.
I worked hard, all natural. You know what I mean? All natural, just like Mark McGuire.
Oh yeah. Your head gets
hate
that
on
big.
that,
All
but
natural.
People hate on that too, and I'm like, listen, go ahead and do it yourself and see how it works out.
You still got to hit the ball with the bat.
Yeah.
Right.
For as many people
Period.
it's like on Ozempic, everybody's just doing it what what they can to try to stay above water.
Hey, you ain't cheating. You ain't trying, man.
Right,
I fucking cheated.
right.
Damn right I did.
Ain't a damn thing wrong with it.
My wiener didn't get bigger, but it looks bigger. The rest of me smaller.
Now you can see it.
Yeah. And it's still delicious.
Dude,
That's my
oh,
wife.
Man, that's what I mean, dude. It's like I shave my gooch and everything, and
No, that makes it look bigger.
it does.
Yeah.
It adds an inch.
It's weird when the pubic hair is longer than it.
Well, see, like,
That's why I keep it trimmed.
I've had a bald gooch for a while now, and like, dude, like, it's just the key to a successful life. If you want to get your root greased, you got to have a bald gooch.
You got to keep at it too, because you let it start growing back in, it gets itchy and shit.
Oh,
You got to
yeah,
just
you
stay. You
gotta-
got to do it or not.
You a razor to the nuts type of guy?
Yeah.
I am a razor to the
I-
nuts.
Really?
Yeah, you
You
got
know,
to. You got
there's
to.
a-
I never understood
Pull it
that.
up real tight, and
There's,
sounds
go ahead.
dangerous.
there's
Yeah.
there's a trick. A guy.
I do it in the shower.
Shout out to
Not
my
odd
good
thing
buddy-
is I have an electric one for my head and face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my buddy Joe Swan,
yeah.
Joe Swan, he Washington County, we've been friends for a long time, man, about 16, 17 years ago. And I had a date, and I was like, dude, I got to, like, shave my nuts. And my clippers were, like, snake biting my nuts.
Yeah.
He said, dude, there's a trick. And I said, what is it? When you get out of the shower, your nuts shrivel up real tight.
Cold shower. Should do it after the cold plunge.
Whatever you want to do. But when you get out of the shower, your nuts are so tight you can shave them. You won't cut them. And you get your gooch and your, you know. I shave everything in the shower.
It's a weird squat down move you got to do to get the taint in the butthole. You got to like squat down in the shower.
But I do all that in the shower. Yeah.
You're not worried about a razor back there?
No,
I just never used a razor.
I don't know. I mean,
I got two different razors. I got one for my face and I got one for my.
You got the Venus, like the ones the chicks use. The ones a little more.
No, it's the
You use
it's
from
just a regular
Dollar
Mach
Shave
3,
Club. I got the one from Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, it got the lubricant. Yeah,
whatever they got from Dollar Shave Club.
I'm lathered. Like if I'm shaving my ass, I mean,
Soap
I'm
it up.
lathered. Yeah, I don't want, I don't want to be cutting my ass up.
You don't have to go super bold. You just hit it real quick and then come back the next day and finish it up. Is what I do. It's like a 2-day process because
you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss something,
but right? You don't can't see what you're doing.
The next, it's like you're gonna get the bulk of it day one.
Yeah. Did you ever like
then you
fire like a mirror underneath it?
You're like, oh, I missed it. I'll have to hit that.
No, but like
you said, you missed that one time, didn't you?
Yeah, when
that chick like called you out.
Yeah, well, so I was getting boofed. And so this chick was gonna boof me. Well, she did boof me. So I
hair didn't get in the way. It wasn't that much hair, huh?
I didn't have a ton of hair on my ass, but I went in the bathroom and like, dude, I didn't know. I was like partying and like she was gonna boof me, and it was like my only chance. Like fuck her. I didn't want my ass to be all gross, so I was like, I hopped in the shower, started shaving my ass, and I shaved it so fast. I just hit a stroke and I sliced my ass. And so I literally, the time I'm not doing too, like in life, I didn't have all the, amenities like Band-Aids. So like I had to fucking use duct tape on my ass.
You're going to put a Band-Aid on there anyways.
Well,
duct tape's bigger. You don't want to miss.
Well,
Band-Aid, you got to be like
I couldn't have put
bullseye.
So I put duct tape on my ass. And then she was like, what the hell did you do to your ass? I was like, I was shaving it. And I had like baby oil all over it. And like she ended up boofing me.
She said I was waxing it for you and then ripped that duct tape off.
Right. Dude, but she tried. That was the thing. I put too much baby oil on my ass, and when she went to boof me, it clogged the. Fucked up the whole boofing. But I was like, fuck. But that was like my first. But I ended up getting boofed, and that was my first.
Then when she like, listen, dude, you gotta go take care of that missing patch, right?
With that
one chick, when she like, yeah, you missed a spot. You go,
no, I.
When the chick didn't run. Was there like a different chick?
It's a whole different chick.
This tell me a different story.
I don't remember that one.
This is a childhood story.
You were like, dude,
you were telling the adult story. Johnny's going for the childhood story.
No, it wasn't childhood. It was like he was living in the run. You were like, dude, this chick was like, yeah, dude, you missed this big ass patch. Dude. You got to go take care of it.
So you weren't just out of Band-Aid. You weren't just out of Band-Aid.
Like
you were out of
gooch underneath your nuts. Like you must have been going to your nuts, and there was just like a little afro down there.
I had to get taken care of.
Yeah.
It's better for the summer too, because it's swampy and shit down there. Anyways, you got to get that hair out of there and cool it off. It's like
and dude, like I switched underpants and like, dude, I'm a lot cooler now. You know what I mean?
Dude, I switched to the briefs probably a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Instead of boxer briefs. Because I always wanted to wear boxer briefs because Seinfeld, they said, your sperm count.
Yeah.
But I got 3 kids, and then I was going in to get clipped anyways.
Right.
And they said, you buy a pair of underwear to support the boys when you got stitched up and shit down there. So then I said, I'm going to give the underwear a shot. I haven't worn them since I was a little kid. And it ended up being better.
Dude, I buy those.
Got big old fucking balls. It's better to hold them up.
But dude, I wear
little dick, but
my favorite underwear, the ones I find them on Temu. They're like compression, smaller underwear shorts.
Yeah,
they're nice.
I've seen them,
and they're thin
with the like mesh.
Yeah,
the mesh looking things.
Yeah.
I still went back with the briefs, Fruit Balloon.
Kind of freaky a little bit.
It's good.
You're wearing tighty whities?
Decision. No whiteys. No, fuck no. I can't wear whiteys. I have to throw them on after.
But like tighty brownies were brownie.
Right, they're color red, white, blue, black, gray.
You have like, what would it be called?
Briefs.
Briefs, but like bikini briefs.
Not bikini, dude.
Bikini brief.
The point I can't wear white ones. I can't have a fucking something up my ass.
It's a bikini brief.
It's really filthy afterwards. It's not.
I'm sitting
like
there.
Old school bikini.
I cannot get.
It's the old school bikini
there, like,
though. Not like 50s.
It
bikini.
covers your ass.
Yeah, not like a thong.
Right.
When you say bikini, I'm thinking I'm not wearing a thong.
Have you ever bought underwear for the bedroom to try to entice your woman?
I don't need underwear. You know what I do? I say like this.
I got you.
That's it. I just look at her and go.
I got these
take
ones
your
off
clothes
Temu. They were like yellow, and they're
she
kind of like
excited, runs up. I don't even get to the off.
I don't
part.
think she cares. You know what I mean? I think it was a waste of $4, but it was.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
You're saving
Hey,
those,
that's what matters.
Saving those for the Pink Pony Club
Yeah, yeah,
on Bad Bitch Bingo Night.
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
are
but-
you bitches ready?
You never
Hose
you told me-
up.
You seen my calendar shoot, Johnny? I got American underwear.
USA.
What
I
calendar
can't. I've
shoot?
never seen it on my. So we're friends on social media. I haven't. It just don't say. I usually throw it up around the 4th of July to say
Oh,
God
them
bless
Hacksaw
America.
Jim Duggan underwear.
Here, no, you tell me this is fact. You tell me this don't say America. Nothing does. Johnny. Look at this. Huh?
You have those personally?
Yeah, that's me in the picture, bro.
Let me see it.
Jesus, Kenny.
Yeah, well, I mean that's 200. That's pre-surgery. There's a whole calendar. Not me. No. I'm July.
You look like a professional
July.
wrestler in there.
What? That's Hulk Hogan. I mean, it's kind of my thing. Not my thing. I mean, I do Hulk Hogan's thing. It's his thing.
I mean, you look great.
Yeah. Would you saying I look bad there? You son of a bitch. That's America, baby. Look at the fucking eagle up at the top of there.
It's like our one buddy.
I can't believe I've been on this show for this many times and haven't brought this up yet.
Dude, our one buddy who used to do the podcast, Todd DeFazio, actually went, shout out to Greenfield Baseball. I went and seen them guys play Sunday night. Them guys were kicking ass. Good job running the league. All them guys. It's awesome.
Dude, I heard there's like gourmet food up at Greenfield Baseball.
There
these
is
days.
gourmet food up there. I went to an away game, but for everything I heard about it's fucking unbelievable.
I heard there's like, it's like.
It's like
I
good
heard
shit.
somebody said like their one daughter was like doing the pop stand. She's like, this is like a restaurant. Like it's
Yeah.
it's no like slush puppy like pizza anymore.
And people at this game were talking about how the away team was talking how good Greenfield's pop stand is.
Yeah.
So Greenfield's just fucking killing it right now. But our buddy Todd DeFazio, he lost a couple 100 pounds. He looks like he looks
good.
fucking good, man. Shout out to Todd, dude.
Did he hit the cheat code also?
He took some medicine and stuff, and
Yeah.
but he was
I mean, there's some stuff that's like standard for
took
like.
some stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not. I'd have to ask him again exactly what he did, but whatever it was, it worked. And I'd say probably like within like a year and a half. I know he goes to the gym and shit. Within a year and a half, he's lost. I think he said 150 pounds. That's what he lost.
Good for him. I lost about 110.
That's how much you lost. You actually look like you lost more than that.
But well, I probably maybe now. I mean, I'm still going down. I
How
went
many years
back
ago
up
was
for a little
this?
bit. 2020.
Oh, okay.
When you were bigger, like I'm
It was the night they rigged the election. I went the next day. I remember. That's all I remember.
Did you?
Yeah. Hey, what is that?
when you were big, like now that you're like
Emergencies.
you lost weight and shit like that. Like it's your sex drive up a lot more.
I mean, I don't know. I always jerked off a lot.
Yeah.
I'm older now. Probably. I mean, I gotta go.
How? I mean, how? You know what that much? We're the same age, me and you.
I'm older now than when I got the surgery.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely better.
Isn't when you like lose weight like a lot? First, your testosterone takes a big dip, and then it has to come back up.
I mean, well, when you first, it was like 2-3 weeks. You're not really even eating. So
Oh, right.
after the surgery, you know what I mean. It's kind of starving yourself just because you can't eat. They cut out 2/3 of your stomach. That shit got to heal.
Yeah.
No, back on the horse. Once the stitches healed, you could pump away without like feeling you're ripping your abs.
Yeah. You're tearing that cooter up. All
Yeah.
right. So
for you.
let's get to some Steelers stuff. Aaron Rodgers dropped some massive hints that he's going to sign with the Steelers. I'm so sick of this shit with the Steelers. At an event hosted by rapper Mike Stud, Aaron Rodgers was asked if he'd ever play for the Chicago Bears. Quickly replied no, hinting and said that he might visit Chicago as an opposing player of 2025. Fans later connected the dots, realizing the Steelers were scheduled to play the Bears in Week 12 in a away game. He also said it wasn't the Saints because he didn't want to live in Louisiana. Like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, didn't you see Rocky Bleier gave Trump a 47 jersey? Who needs Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Trump's on the roster now. Winning a fucking Super Bowl.
If Jack was here, I was gonna tell him like how Trump like was talking like hyping up Mason Rudolph like big time. He's very tall, he's very handsome.
Yeah.
He's gonna do great things. I'm
I
like,
don't think Mason was a Trump guy. He didn't come out like, thanks, go Steelers.
No,
You know,
he
he's
definitely
real
was a
gracious.
Trump guy because he wouldn't have
He
went.
didn't want to
I guess
go.
in Miles
I don't think he had a
Killebrew,
choice
too.
to go. The other two, Rocky Bleier and who's the other guy over there? You could tell they love Trump. Mason was just like,
it was Miles
he's real gracious.
Killebrew,
Like, thanks a lot.
and,
And, go Steelers.
I forget who else was there. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
fuck
I mean,
it. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, Aaron Rodgers is annoying. You want to play?
Still, you're going to
like,
get
it's
so
annoying.
sick of winning. They're going to be sick of it. Just like Trump said about America.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to be so sick of winning. Forget it.
It's Mason's year.
Dude, honestly, at this point, I want to see Mason played out, and I'd love to see how Will Howard develops.
I'd love to see him tell Rodgers, you know what, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, but
Enjoy retirement.
It really is enough already.
dude.
It's so annoying.
And that's what people were saying. Like, if you weren't able to commit by now, you've already retired.
What is it with these fucking wafflers when they leave Green Bay? They don't know if they're retiring, who they're fucking playing for.
Dude,
Favre
he
did
can't-
the same thing. There's something in the cheese up there.
Dude.
Right, dude, if you have other interests, that's just it. If you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out in football, you should probably just quit.
Dude, that Brett Favre
Then
fucking,
you're out.
That
don't
Brett
count as a
Favre,
catch. You got to have 2 feet in, right?
Yeah.
that Brett Favre thought.
That was a hit piece.
Yeah,
It did make Brett Favre look great.
Speaking of dick pics, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, of all of it, I mean, that's probably the least of why he's
But
not
they
a
covered it the
decent.
most.
Yeah, they
Well, he
covered
was
it the
an
most.
original.
I
That was one of the first.
I thought
I-
that chick got fucked over. I do.
I honestly she was her whole thing was being sexy on the sideline.
I know, but
That's how she got her job. That's still doesn't mean Brett Favre should have sent a dick pic.
Right.
But he thought he was the man. He thought he could have anybody he wants.
Right.
He overstepped his boundaries.
And she was hot. I mean,
She was hot, and she just denied him and ignored
it
him.
probably worked for him 100 times in that one time.
Right.
Well, that's what we
what I'm
said.
saying. It
Didn't
probably
work,
worked
right?
a million times. Now stealing all that money,
Yeah,
that's kind of rotten.
That's different.
That was way more of a bigger deal, but they covered the Jen Sturger thing so much more than the Mississippi thing. But then, you kind of find out, through the thing, she got fucked over by, 2 people because, she kind of told someone that dude hacked her emails and then released the story after she didn't send those pictures out.
Right.
Her email got hacked, which is super fucked up.
Yeah.
And all she was doing was venting to a dude who was a coworker because they both worked at Deadspin.
I wonder if she could sue him for that.
Probably.
If he admittedly hacked her email.
Yeah.
Why can't he?
Favre could probably
No,
sue
he
him,
didn't
too.
admit it. What he admitted to was he bought them from a third party. So he said, so you knew that you weren't getting them
You
from
bought
her.
you bought stolen merchandise.
Right.
See, that's allowed.
Is it?
It's like a press source. They can't go after the source, or you're allowed
Really?
to. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's like
He's a
First
fucking
Amendment thing. I
scumbag,
think
but,
Supreme Court ruled on that.
But I mean, Brett Favre ain't the first
after Deep Throat.
professional athlete to be a total creep and think they could get any piece of ass they want. It's a tale as old as time.
It was so funny now, watching. I don't know. Larry might have it in here already. I'm sure the Stephon Diggs thing, watching that play out, you know what I mean? He was partying, doing some nose nachos, you know what I mean, on a boat, and it's why are you filming this?
Was he even doing the nose nachos?
No, I didn't.
Or
see
he
him
was
doing-
just basically, here, girls, here's the nose nachos. He was like, don't do it all. I'll see
trying
you,
to be maybe
see it
a
a little bit.
responsible
I'll
host.
see you when the camera ain't filming.
But dude, he didn't feel that camera in his face.
He definitely did.
You
But
just
I
gotta
don't-
assume you're always recorded.
But I mean, dude, that's pretty.
Especially being
You might have
famous.
trusted them people. I think if you're John, go ahead and repeat what you were saying. If you're an athlete, you should with your phone.
You should tell them turn in your phone right now to get on this
Yeah.
boat.
like they do a W.
Right here, you get your phone back later. How long are you gonna be on that boat?
Yeah, right.
You just play. He seemed like he was sober, and dude, literally, it was if we're zebras out, it'd be somebody had to be like this,
right.
Recording him. It wasn't even that. It was clear as day.
Was no undercover fucking.
Right, unless it
Hidden
was.
camera
I
or
don't know.
something.
Unless there's a girl just standing there with her phone like this, and it's recording, and it's so nonchalant.
Could be it too.
Right.
I mean,
Some of them kids are some of them people are real nonchalant. with their phone.
phone never leaves your hand, so
Right.
you don't even see it.
Right.
Right, and you're not paying attention because you're having some
You
beers
just gotta
or shit.
assume that you're
Tuesday,
always
the pink
recorded.
cocaine.
Everything's always on film.
Yeah, that'll. I want. Everyone keeps saying that's what Diddy was giving everyone, but I'm thinking I think Diddy's was a little bit more of a more evil concoction.
It was
than-
more of a knock 'em out, wasn't it?
no.
Black 'em out.
I don't even really understand. I understand the
Yeah,
Diddy
yeah.
stuff less now than I did before. I don't
right
know
now it's coming.
if it's getting anywhere. He liked to have orgies and watch his girlfriend
Freak off.
get freaked off, and then when they nutted on her, he
jealous when someone
did
else
shit
would
with
beat her.
would rub it on his. It was weird.
yeah,
100% weird.
you can say it on here. He was rubbing on his nipples.
Rubbing it on his nipples. He might have licked it off her vagina. That's gross.
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like what? But like, maybe I'm just dumb. What are the charges? What are they trying to like?
He was forced into it, all kind of shit.
I mean, the prostitution. He was hiring like male
beat her up a bunch
prostitutes.
of times.
Well, the beating her up,
sex trafficking and shit.
And I think
everyone wasn't willing.
But this is like they're talking. He can get like life in jail.
Kind of other shit.
Well, like I think
Blackmail,
it was if
all
you're
that shit.
taking once you start taking people.
That's right. I didn't get it. I didn't
Across
see the
state
underage
lines.
girls yet.
Yeah, it's federal.
Right.
Shit like
That's
that, other
where you
shit.
get like I think he was
Yeah.
taking.
It's felony-
If I'm not mistaken,
felonies.
it hasn't come up yet. But taking to the parties, they were like he had someone go out like it wasn't just Ghislaine Maxwell, but it was someone like her recruiting underage girls, then taking them to like California.
sex trafficking
That's
and
across the state.
Right.
You're fucked. Now I don't know when that's gonna come up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, and some of that code shit he was saying, you know, he was like, get rid of the pizza boxes, and supposedly, you know, through some things, pizza was code word for like minors, and like if you like watch certain
It's
things,
that whole
like
Pizzagate
some of these
shit.
celebrities are like, yeah, going to that pizza party tonight, and like, you know, and then he found out he was banging Steve Harvey.
Was he really?
Yeah, they had a
Carl
relationship.
Winslow, that's right.
Him and Steve Harvey.
Is this true? 100%.
No, 100%.
He'd like Steve Harvey to
Steve,
dip his
what are you
bald head in
laughing
oil
at?
and rub it all over his
Have
body.
you heard the Steve Harvey thing? He's been pumping the Steve Harvey thing.
No, Diddy was pumping the Steve Harvey thing.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Ken? About Steve Harvey?
Yeah, Steve Harvey would rub his bald head in oil and rub it all over Diddy's body. He loved it. That's why he had all that lube in his
They
arm.
said that, I don't know if that's true, but they said that they had like an
Oh,
ongoing
you don't know what I say.
relationship.
True. This motherfucker's pumping
No,
that
I
shit.
mean, I believe, but ongoing, I'm going to, just for, like, I got to look this up.
Is this from your girl's TikTok?
Maybe, but listen, hold on. Was Steve Harvey
on the internet. It's gotta be
and
true.
Diddy in a sexual relationship?
Top 5 answers on the board.
Yeah, right? It says the users asked whether Steve Harvey, based on Diddy's facing serious charges. In those charges, it has come out from different celebrities that he was having an ongoing affair with certain celebrities. Steve Harvey's name came up. Steve Harvey deleted a past tweet that praised Diddy, and this action is seen as part of a trend of celebrities distancing themselves from Diddy and their legal troubles. Conclusion, Steve Harvey has been rumored by several celebrities during the trial having an intimate affair with Diddy.
All right.
They was involved in a couple Devil's three-ways, you know?
Yeah, the devil's threesome.
Yeah. Because Diddy was a piece of rye bread, or Steve Harvey was a piece of wheat bread, and they put some meat in the middle.
Yeah, it was Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Carl
Poor
Winslow's
Carl
getting
Winslow.
trade rail.
The beef in the middle.
Terry Bradshaw blasts Aaron Rodgers and says, that's a joke. To me, that's just a joke. What are you going to do? Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? The guy needs to stay in California. Go somewhere, chew on bark, whisper to the gods out there, drink his tea, hang out with the weirdos.
You think he'd care if Aaron Rodgers had a different number?
Is he
I don't think
I think
that.
that's he's that
I don't
petty.
think Bradshaw. I think Bradshaw just speaks his mind
Bradshaw doesn't even give a shit about the Steelers.
about Pittsburgh.
Right. He like
Maybe
hated
this
the
is
Steelers
number.
for a year.
Yeah.
I think he just like doesn't like the fact that like old school dudes don't want to hear like maybe I'll play, maybe
Yeah.
I won't, I don't know, dude. If did
Bradshaw's
you watch?
like, if I'd have been making the money that you fucking made already, I would have retired years
Right,
before I
you
had
may
to.
have, like,
What are you sticking
like,
around
you don't
for?
need the money. You're like putting out specials of you eating ayahuasca. It's weird.
Right.
Like I don't care if like
Yeah.
the experience might be great. Why you would have cameras there when you do it is odd.
Right.
It's for attention.
And now like you won't make a decision. Like dude,
He's
just
an
it's-
attention whore. Or no,
dude, like who would want fucking camera? I still don't understand the cameras there while you're tripping your
'Cause
balls
he- 'cause
off,
he's a
having like a intense experience on finding yourself.
he's an attention whore. I mean, if you see every fucking year, he's the one that drags it out. And then people are, oh, you know, Brady signed and played. That was it. You didn't hear
Right.
much else about it.
Yeah, people kind of knew when he quit. He wanted to go back. He was tired of Belichick. He wanted to go somewhere else and play.
Right, and then
Then he retired and then divorced his wife.
Right, and then
Then he had to go
he
because
he missed the
what men
1 minute,
do.
he can't, whatever. But like now they're saying Aaron Rodgers already had this in agreement with Tom. Like I don't even think he's signing. I really don't at this point. I could be
I
wrong.
think he's going to waltz in at the last second. They're going to start having some team
could be
camaraderie,
right.
some chemistry.
Yeah,
You
come
got
in
Will
and
Howard,
fuck
you
it all
got
up.
Mason. Everybody's like buying in on the team, and then some dickhead comes in out of nowhere like he's a big shot.
Yeah.
and everybody's going to hate him,
Whatever.
and he's going to fuck up the whole team.
I think-
Stay home.
I think
Whatever he's doing, it's working. We're fucking talking about it.
right. I think well, no, we got a bunch of stuff, but like I think this year, from what I've been watching and stuff like that, like I really expect a lot out of that Roman Wilson. I do. He got injured last year. He came from a national championship team. I think he's a high caliber player, and I think he's going to be a hell of a player in the NFL. That is my opinion. What do I know? I shaved my gooch.
And he missed the spot.
That was years ago. That was
Years ago.
26 years ago.
You got it by now.
Yeah. Ain't it hair down here?
Ain't the first time you missed that spot. Ain't gonna be
Will
the last.
Howard said the Steelers need a gritty guy for quarterback. Growing up for me, watching the Pittsburgh Steelers and Big Ben, he was that guy. He was Pittsburgh. He was the Steel City, the blue collar and gritty guy. And I want to be that too. I want to bring that edge and energy. I think I did a pretty good job of that at Ohio State. You sure did, but you won a national title. And I kind of like to pride myself on that. I'm going to try and bring this to the Steel City. Nothing more than I love than Pittsburgh. Okay, well, I mean, he won
Nothing
my
more
vote.
than he loves than Pittsburgh.
I made that up.
Did you keep it? Yeah.
I mean, it's important. You let me go.
He'd go down to Derby and meet old Gritty himself down there, huh?
Oh,
$2.5 million Gritty.
$2.9 million
Is he? I think
I
he's
was
losing
there last
a little
week,
grit.
bro. What a
Jack.
what
lost some
timing
grit.
on this quote in last week's
I'd say if
episode,
he
he
was
goes, "Let's put
sandpaper,
together."
he's like 30 grit.
Dirty
He
grit.
started off at like 80 grit. He's
Yeah.
it's like smooth grit.
Yeah, right.
You ain't getting much off the
Nope.
wood. But dude, as far
There's
as
almost
Will
a hole in
Howard
it.
goes, was there talks or something of Ben coming in to help coach Will Howard?
I heard something like that. Weird. I don't know if it's true.
I think people would I think the
People
rumors
just make
is
shit up.
Ben probably could be a really good coach. I think they're putting that. And wouldn't it be cool if he came in and worked with this kid because he likes him? I don't see it
Wouldn't
happening.
it be cool if he came in, worked with Will Howard, Tomlin retires, Big Ben takes over, and I mean, could you imagine that?
What if Big Ben comes in and just gets on a fuck ton of PEDs and testosterone
And runs it back.
and just comes back?
I would love it.
You know what I mean? He's like our age. He's 43.
Dude, now people
Ben had a
people are
rough,
going to
man.
argue with this comment. Obviously I'm biased.
That's what Aaron Rodgers is,
I'm
right?
a
They
big.
the same
I'm a
age?
huge Big Ben
Pretty
fan.
close.
I
Older.
feel.
think Rodgers might be older.
I feel like Big Ben. If you would have took Big Ben and put him in Belichick's system that Tom Brady was in, I feel like Big Ben would have been a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I feel like he was more elusive. No, Brady had other stuff he was better than, but I just feel like the way he could make a play last, that he was so elusive, and I felt like
Big Ben didn't like to follow that play though.
I know.
Big
Right.
Ben,
Made his
Bill
plays
Belichick
after
would have
first
fucking
contact.
might have literally tried to shoot him.
Brady
Right,
never
right.
got
Because
touched.
Big-
all Big Ben's plays were after someone grabbed him.
Right.
And he had to
Big
scramble
Ben-
and made
That's
him.
why I'm saying
He would let that play
No, but
play
he-
out, pump
He
fake.
waited too long. Brady didn't think. He
Yeah,
zip,
Ben-
zip, zip. He'd hit how many different receivers?
Right. Ben liked
You know-
that play to break down. He didn't follow like these. Like he wasn't
Played a lot
like
back
he
to
wasn't
football.
like 2-step drop,
And
hit
I
that
love-
back
I
foot and
love
throw.
Ben, and say whatever. He's not better than Brady. And then
Yeah,
Belichick
right,
was a great coach. Brady was a great quarterback. Belichick was no super coach when he was at Cleveland. You know what I mean? He wasn't nothing. He had Brady. I think Brady's what made that whole fucking thing.
1,000%. But I think Belichick.
Brady went
had a
somewhere and
good
won a
system.
Super Bowl. Did
Belichick was
Belichick
a
win one
good
without
coach.
Brady?
Belichick had that system in place. To put
He-
that system in place that allowed Brady that
Yeah.
route tree thing.
Yeah.
The fucking. I think they helped each other, and I get it, But also Brady did an amazing job of recruit. First off, Tampa Bay was a pretty decent team. Also, Brady did a great job of recruiting people to come to Tampa Bay and play. Like, he knew what they needed to win a Super Bowl, and he got them what they needed.
It was him.
Yeah. Well, they had fucking elite wide receivers, too.
Mm-hmm. Someone got to throw him the ball.
Right. I'm not hating. I think Brady's, one of the GOATs.
After so many years of hating him because he'd beat us all the time, then you just couldn't help but respect the fucking guy. He was just that good.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't mind
past
liking
it
Brady.
now. It is what it is.
Especially after that roast. I kind of like. He took that roast really well.
Yeah, that was a good roast.
Okay. Pittsburgh stuff. Allegheny County is the drunkest county in Pennsylvania, which is very easy because it's the most populated. I mean, if you went to Philadelphia, it'd be the most heroin addicted. Says about 21% of the people here are excessive drinkers.
Right. So what is Philadelphia area? What's that county? Whatever that county is.
There's more people there than us.
It seems like most of Pennsylvania is between the 15 to 19%, and Allegheny is like the only county in Pennsylvania that's like
Per capita.
So if you're green, that means you're not okay. You're on the lower end of the spectrum. Where's the purple at? Is that up in Wisconsin?
They don't even drink there. They eat cheese.
That's like Upper Ohio near the.
Well, the purple.
No, the
that's
purple
Wisconsin.
That's Michigan.
That's Michigan.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's Michigan.
Okay. See, they're getting far. No. See, I'm surprised down. No, that's a big tourist thing.
No,
so
we're
they
in
don't
Florida and shit. You'd think, yeah, but they're
right. That's what I mean.
There's little blips
there's a
in
little dot
Florida.
there. What is it? What do you
Right,
call it?
but I mean, Florida gets
Fort Lauderdale and
They,
shit.
they get fucking hammered down there.
Right. There doesn't count meth.
not as much as Allegheny County.
Right.
Yeah. Pittsburgh scanner this week. East Hills, Bryceland Street. Caller says that a lady he recently met is currently taking a shower and apparently has his cell phone. He just got a notification that she drained his Cash App. What the fuck? How did she have your phone? I mean, I'm assuming it's a prostitute.
Yeah.
Cause you have
That or sort of like an easy hookup. Like, oh man, she must really like me. Next thing you know, my money's going.
Right. Yeah, look out for that, fellas. If a girl is willing to blow you real quick and she goes, "Can I see your phone?"
Yeah, that's why I don't have none of it. Like you definitely couldn't steal any money off my phone just because I simply haven't got any of those apps yet. You have to do it the old-fashioned way and go through my pocket.
You got to get the crack my code. Once you crack my code, you know it for everything. Ain't too many different ones out there.
All right, guys, let's jump into some voicemails.
Hey guys, Waterboy here. First of all, I want to say Eagle Tits did an awesome job with that compilation. It's stuff I haven't heard in a long time. It was fucking hilarious. Secondly, the garbage company finally picked up those mattresses. Now the dead cat's still there, but I'll take care of that, or actually the landlord will take care of that next week. I just want to tell you the mattresses were picked up. I know you're worried about it. All right, have a good night.
Thank you,
We're
Waterboy.
worried about the cats and the mattresses, right?
Well, they've been dead now for fucking 6
Yeah.
weeks. I mean, I think it's
There
got
shouldn't be much left.
down to skeleton.
Yeah.
That wasn't the only pussy killed on them mattresses. huh?
That's right.
It's Water Daughter. So, thank you for the birthday wishes, and I have a story. So every week I have Friday hangouts with my friends, and my dad went, "Hey guys, can all you guys come out to hear these voicemails?" I was not expecting my dad to be talking about how he set up a family of cats to die underneath the mattress, and whenever he said that, I just saw the look on all 5 of my friends' faces just go to sadness. I can't believe that my dad even, talked about that.
Yep. Your dad
Poor
says some
Water
wild
Daughter,
shit.
dude.
Your dad
Let's
says
be
some
honest,
wild
Water
stuff.
Daughter. That can't be the first time your dad has disappointed you in front of your friends, and it sure as hell ain't gonna be the last. You should be used to that by now and know how to handle that.
Hey boys, Mike Wees, Allison Park / Hampton, I guess. Getting right out in the Ritzy area now. Hey, check this out. I was golfing in Clover Hill. Took me like 9 months to get my new boss out there on the course, right? This kid's like 24 years old. Just taking over the company for his dad. So he got some swag to him. He's talking shit. Don't you know? I know it was the 2 of us that were going to pair us up with somebody. Maybe a twosome, I was hoping. So me and him are riding. They pair us up with this lady who's walking. Right, that sucks. After the first hole, it's a beautiful par 3. I slice it like I always do, double bogey the hole. Might have said fuck once or twice. Might have called myself a I don't know what I did. I was a little upset. Get on the cart, go over to 2. I tee off. I got to go chase my ball again. I come back. My boss, he's talking to the lady they paired us up with. Turns out she's a nun. Oh, yeah, great. I just dropped a couple F-bombs and a double F-bomb. Not even thinking, I mean, I wasn't screaming it, but I think she heard me. And I'm trying to get this kid on a course forever. I want to take some money off him. I'm playing pretty good. I'm feeling myself. Dude, I couldn't bet one hole. He's talking to this nun the whole time. So my first good golf outing. I'm playing good over there. I was killing it. We would do 18. I bust 100. I couldn't bet at all. It was bullshit.
So he had a comeback after the first 2 slices and then had the game of his life, is what he said?
It's a
little talking both ways there.
None, but I couldn't swear because of the none with my bad shots.
Yeah, I mean, think that through before you call in again.
And you said the one F-bomb, the nun don't care for them either. They're going to hell.
Yeah.
That one's fine with the nun, don't worry.
Hey, what's up, boys? Gary from Baldwin just sort of gave you a shot. Hey, you're talking about renaming the show. I personally like Rust Belt Buckle Banner. I don't know, there's something about it. Got a nice ring. Keeps true to where we're at. We are the Rust Belt Buckle, Pittsburgh. Go to Grinder Sweeps, my fucking wife. So we have this patio out back, and she wants to add on to it with like this little gravel patio with some cement slabs on it to put our, to put our grill on. And she saw how to do it on a TikTok. She tells me what she wants. I'm out there working. She's up my ass. She's like, well, they didn't do it on a TikTok like this. I'm like, TikTok? Suck my cock. This lady's never picked up a fucking shovel. Did it her way? Guess what? The fucking patio wasn't even level. So it's bittersweet because I fucking, I was right. But now I got to redo all this shit. Wait, TikTok, kiss my fucking ass. I know how to do it. I've done it 10 fucking times, Fucking piss me off. Anyway, don't tell me how to do something on your TikTok videos. I know how to do it. Tell me what you want. I'll get it fucking done. You want to go up my house? I'll do it your fucking way. I'll do it your way. We'll see what happens. Guess what? She learned a hard fucking lesson, and now I got to redo this shit, and nobody's fucking happy.
Thanks, Gary.
What happened to minute-long voicemails?
Yeah.
It's going off the rails this week.
I go long every once in a while, but, I think I'm entitled. No offense. I mean, not that I'm...
What's up, boys? Kenny. So, you're talking about their stronger shit out there, Jack, for the junkies. You ain't lying. There was a fucking lady coming on the bus. Well, someone was paying with cash, actually, which is weird nowadays. But by the time it took this dude to put in $275, this fucking lady nodded off, standing in the doorway of the bus. And this dude walked past, and she's standing there, and I looked at her and I said, what the fuck? Get out! Oh, sorry. I mean, nodded off right in the fucking standing in the middle of the bus. And then another dude, and then a couple of days later, was fucking standing behind the yellow line, but half himself, bent over halfway, fucking nodded off, like at a 90-degree angle. Said, dude, I know your feet are behind the yellow line, but the rest of your body's in front of it. Back the fuck up. Go sit down or get off. Man. And then, now as far as farting on your girls, you don't fart on the girls, right? But I fart on Kenny. But you do got to have the girls pull your finger, because that's hilarious. And if you can't laugh or fart, no matter how old you are, it's over.
Do you do the pull my finger trick, John?
No, I just say the same thing. Like, did you just hear that? And then I fart.
All right, everybody. I think we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. More Greenfield with Finest Podcast. Pub in the Park. It's over in Swiss Helm Park. It's a great place. We've hung out. We've been here many a time.
I love Pub in the Park. Joint. Yeah, I can walk to it.
It's over at Swiss Helm Park.
Even better.
Bomb food. We've done shows over there. Great environment. But as far as like neighborhood bars go, I would say it's probably up there as one of the best neighborhood bars.
Sure.
If you've never been to Pub in the Park, you got to check them out and let them know Greenfield's Finest Podcast sent you.
We would like to thank our sponsor, J. Gus Tavern, over on Murray Avenue. They're a great bar in Pittsburgh with great whiskey and great music. Keep an eye on their Facebook page for info about their Friday acoustic happy hour.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Greenfield's Finest podcast. Real quick, just a reminder, everyone, you can call in, leave a voicemail at 412-438-8358. That's 412-438-8358. We will play all the voicemails. We love getting them, so please, the more people to call in. We appreciate Water Daughter calling in. I know we have some women listeners. Love to get some more women listeners calling in, get a little variety. Also, big thanks to one of our Patreon supporters, John O'Donoghue, who signed up for our Big Dick tier last week. Paid Patreon members can now actually watch the show ad-free on our Patreon. Sign up at patreon.com / Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Also, another great way to support the podcast is come to the comedy show Friday, June 13th at 12 Whiskey Barbecue. All right, now let's get into Corn Dick of the Week.
Money line, who be corn dicking?
The Diddy trials are underway. Kid Cudi testified Diddy broke into his home, unwrapped his family's Christmas presents back in 2011. He also said Diddy torched his Porsche with a Molotov cocktail. This was all over Kid Cudi dating Cassie Ventura, the one main girl. What a fucking, Diddy's just not a good person. Dude, unwrap the Christmas present.
Yeah, that's too far.
That's low.
Torching a Porsche, I almost like...
See, that's what happens. You bang a guy's old lady, But don't
Torch
put
the
Christmas
Porsche.
presents.
Torch the Porsche. Don't ruin the kid's Christmas.
That's right. That's just
dude, it's bad enough you're banging Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? It's like, now you got to fucking ruin this other guy's Christmas. Dude, there's so many stories coming out from celebrities.
Who knew Diddy was Jewish, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking ruining Christmas.
There's so many stories just coming out about dudes like saying how Diddy came on to him, and it's like more and more shit's coming out.
Dude, like the young rappers, rappers are really like masking like tough guy dudes,
right?
And then like they got to go in and like one dude's like, listen, you got to blow me right now.
There's not
like what?
A hole's a
how
hole,
many
man.
of
There ain't no chicks
I know, but
around.
how
Don't
many of
use
them
any
are like,
butthole
yeah,
that
I'm
wants to
good.
be a rapper.
I'm gonna try a different label, guys.
Right, I'm gonna go a different route.
It's just like I need to know, who,
He said rap's like being in prison, except you're on the outside. Sometimes you got to take it up the butt. Diddy's in charge. He's top dog.
But that's what I mean. Like a lot of
Diddy, what was Diddy top dog?
Diddy was definitely like a high. He was definitely one of the bigger players.
He was taking orders probably, but he was on the top enough where he had enough underlings to be able to, pound Steve Harvey's butthole.
As fucked up as Suge Knight was, I never heard about him butt fucking other.
Pre-internet, everyone didn't have a camera then.
I get that, but like
the stories coming out, I don't even know if there's a camera of like Diddy, but like
right.
Like they said, I seen the one story, like the one. It
wasn't
even just like rappers. Like I heard the one story, like this dude, he was like a sound guy or something, and like I guess they were like, dude, I'm not gonna be around here anymore. They're like, what's going on? They're like, dude, I went to Diddy's office, and he was like, you gotta blow me. He was like, what? He's like, you heard me, and he was like, fuck you, and left.
Good.
I'm surprised that doesn't like happen more often. Like
right, but I think
most guys don't leave.
I think people. I think.
Right. I mean, I guess it's. I mean,
I think they're scared. You know what I think happens? Probably now you said it. Diddy's so powerful, I think more dudes probably have left, and they're scared to speak up about it. It kind of makes sense.
Or they drug you and they get you on film with someone's dick in your mouth, and you can't say shit because they'll put that out there. That was all the Epstein shit and all that shit. They blackmail you and fucking film you,
right?
drug you and
but
film
but
you
like,
with
if you do it,
cock in
if
your
you
mouth,
leave,
but like if you leave,
because then if you say something, they'll be like, "Shut up, cocksucker."
Right, but if you leave, like if you didn't get drugged or nothing like that, you just fucking leave. What's going on there?
Larry's got. Why is the girl sucking on a carrot?
Talking about
what,
Diddy,
what the hell are
man.
you
This is
pulling
supposed to be a
up?
comedy podcast.
Well, Jack put it together. You know,
He sets us up when he ain't here. He's
loves
there counting all his fucking money.
Some root
Sending us
pounding.
his
Yeah,
fucking
he's like,
paid
you
shit
know,
to talk about it.
you'll be going down to Derby.
Speaking of blackmail, a lot of cameras down at 30. What's fucking Diddy Gritty doing down there?
Carrot maxing is taking root among beauty-obsessed users looking to score a sun-kissed sheen on a budget. Some people are turning orange or worse, landing themselves in the hospital. Experts warn that high levels of sodium in canned carrots can cause some serious harm if eaten in excessive amounts. Sounds like these people haven't heard of Bahama Breeze Tanning Salon in Greenfield, who doesn't sponsor the podcast anymore. But yeah, it's all right. So
I
that
didn't think you turn orange from carrots. You turn a different color.
From eating a lot of carrots, you turn orange. Is that
No, it's not. That's
I
not
don't
it. You turn a different color.
What is? What
It's
the
not
hell?
orange. I think it's the people are even stupider.
yeah, I mean that
I
shit
saw an
doesn't-
episode of Scrubs one time that you don't turn orange from carrots. It's a different color.
I mean
But
that
you
shit
do change colors.
There is something that'll turn you orange, but it's not carrots. I don't remember exactly what. You on it, Eagle Tits?
Isn't it just called like carotene, but it's not actually like connected to carrot? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
that chick, I mean,
Maybe that
doesn't look like
Scrubs
there's nothing wrong with her.
steered me wrong. You don't turn orange from carrots,
Right? I mean, my
I mean, this is like a sexual innuendo. I mean,
right. She's like putting a carrot
She's
which
sucking a
resembles
carrot.
a penis in her
Yeah.
mouth, and
it's fine. I'm
sure she
you know,
got
my
some
carrot
No,
will
this
turn
dude,
orange.
he got one looks like a vampire, then he looks like normal.
right. Normal guy might have ate some more carrots.
Is this maybe
Yeah.
you just gotta wash it down with that Dr. Pepper they got there?
Yeah. Dr. Pepper and generic food bank carrots. Okay. Thanks for the fashion tip, Jack.
Yeah, so that's not healthy for you. Go figure.
Speaking of interesting diet choices, you can now finance your Costco purchases, including your iconic $1.50 hot dog for 4 easy payments of 37.5 cents. This is very popular on eBay. It's called, I believe it's called Karma. And you can make payments on anything. I didn't know you could do it with hot dogs, but like that's kind of a great deal. Like you pay 37. There's no interest.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hot dog.
What's the point?
This is something my mother would do.
But you
ever
do
heard
it-
of, you know, QVC? There's QVC has a thing called Easy Pay. It's like this.
Yeah.
You know, you sign up monthly.
Right.
My mother still watches QVC and do this shit. She'd be putting like $30 worth of something on 4 months Easy Pay. I said, Mom, if you don't have $30 to pay at once,
Right.
you can't afford to get the coat or whatever
but
the fuck.
if
it is.
you want
She
a
just
T-
automatically says, yeah,
That
put
new
it on Easy
diamond
Pay.
ring.
Put it on
if you
Easy
want a
Pay,
TV,
whatever it
if you
is.
want a
She just
TV
says yes.
with a no interest loan, I mean
A TV.
right. I don't know why they're doing
The hot dog. Like that's something stupid that
it's like-
you forget to pay that
What's that place? It's
137-cent payment.
Oh, it's on. Oh, that shit's
Yeah,
automatically getting
500% interest.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 10
And it
years
still
from now.
costs you
Like, would
50
you believe
bucks
that
for a hot
they
dog.
repoed my
But
car?
that's like Rent a Center and shit. Do that shit.
Dude, I stole so much shit from Rent-A-Center. It was crazy, but like,
Was it always Mike Seidel, or did you go in without
No,
different names and shit?
different
Like,
names?
Yeah, they don't even check.
Dude,
your
there
ID?
would be a dude that did. There was one Rent-A-Center. I don't want to say where
You
it
have a
was
guy
at,
on the inside.
that you didn't even have to have ID. He already had. No, I mean, you know
Just
what I
asking you
mean?
to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. TVs,
I never
couch.
realized people rented that stuff until like you and Dina told me about it.
What the
Was he-
scam?
I remember you
Yeah.
telling that story on
Yeah.
here. You're like, I sold that fucking thing in the parking lot.
Dude, I mean, it was a decent scam. You know what I mean? Like you could, if you got an inside man, you know, you can clean up. I mean, you can furnish a whole fucking house and then be
Yeah.
like, for like $42. And you're like, oh, well, you're gonna have to pay these payments, but they have
Yeah, come get it.
They have the wrong name, the wrong address. They're never getting it back. That's why I think a lot of renter centers went out of business. I don't even
Probably
know where the
some
fuck.
money laundering scheme with the mob. They didn't really care about making money. They just had to.
Well, they
run
turned it
numbers.
into the insurance.
Like I always thought, what was that? Mattress discounters.
Yeah.
That was the red mattress store. They'd be like it'd be like on this side of the road, on this side of McKnight Road. There was like 5 of them on McKnight Road. How the fuck? You don't need that many McDonald's like on that road. You know, if you had McDonald's on this side or that side of like the turnpike, you know. But mattress
Yeah.
center, like there's definitely had to be a front. I don't think they're open
Yeah,
anymore.
might
They
be
ran their
one.
course. You know, you watch too many Sopranos.
No,
you
there's
see
a
that
there's
shit.
a mattress firm in the waterfront.
Mattress
Yeah.
firm. That's it. Not this kind.
I got
yeah.
my bed from
That
Mattress
one's
Firm.
the
Right.
only one left.
And I
So
actually
they actually do sell mattresses.
and I got
Yeah,
and
but how often you ain't going back once a week for mattresses?
No.
every 15 years maybe.
I'll
If
tell
they're
you.
not lasting that long, maybe
I-
you want to go to mattress firm.
I'll tell you one thing. Like
I got mine from Original Mattress Factory.
so, Mattress Firm. I got a real nice one, and I remember the dude was like, "It's the floor model," but what they did was they sent it. It was like $250 off, but they sent it to get specially cleaned, and then when it came, it was in like almost like a
Like
giant
stuffed or
Ziploc,
something.
like Ziploc bag, and it was like brand new.
Yeah.
And $250 off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nice.
And I get it because like people lay on it. That's
Yeah, but it ain't like they're
gross.
sleeping on it. It's not that as gross as like buying a used. It's not buying a used mattress. It's just
But no one's
it's the
fucking
floor
on it.
model.
Mattress
Right.
Firm,
It ain't that gross.
There might be a couple farts.
Plus, like
on
you
it,
said,
but
they
clean
cleaned it.
up.
Yeah. They put that thing up there for when you lay with your feet.
Yeah.
You know, the plastic on the bottom.
And you like my kids would go in there and just fucking raise hell, jump
You
on
keep-
them all.
Well, that was after. I used to have a plastic sheet on my mattress, but back in the
used to pee the bed.
Yeah, drinking a lot. Last time I did it, I was 39.
And
now I get up and I'll like piss in the closet. And Kelly yell at me. That's more now. I don't piss the bed so much anymore. It's more like, you know, I haven't done that for a while. Since the live show, the first live show.
Did you piss yourself in the live show?
I pissed in the closet.
No,
I pissed in the hamper.
Was it? You were having some beers though, right?
Yeah. I was fucking hammered. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when three of us did. My friend Broj stayed at my house. He pissed in the pack and play down in the living room. My kids pack and play. I pissed in the closet. My buddy Drunk Ass Georgia was there. He was home and he walked out the bedroom door and pissed off the deck. It wasn't as bad as the other two, but all three of us did piss that wasn't in the bathroom.
This got brought up today. Me and John were working and we were saying how much fun the live show was, and I think we need to do one more. I think we're overdue for a live show.
We've been over 2 years.
Yeah, I think a good live show, bang that motherfucker out, and like just party, have a great time.
Dude, I was saying like how Shuley like said he had to work the next day. He's like, I'll drive. I'm like, why, you working tomorrow? He's like, yeah. And then we got there, and then he outdrank me. He was the DD. Outdrank me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then like he's like, nah, I'm good. Then we went to drive. And he like drove over this thing. I'm like, dude, we have to. I was like, let me drive. I'm like, dude, we got to like pull over.
He drove over what, Jersey Barry?
There was like a median. He like drove like it was like the same way when he wrecked when we were 20. He like started laughing. I'm like, cuz we went to like Southside, and like posted up for a little bit, like until like he was good and we went home. But I'm like, dude, just don't ever tell.
You didn't get drunk enough to not care that you might die. Usually the passengers say like, "Fuck, it's your car. Put your seatbelt on."
Well, dude, I was like, dude, I could drive. Like, I was like, dude, you want me to drive? He's like, no. And I'm thinking, he was like, dude, I was kidding about work. I'm like, why would you kid? You actually drove. What are you talking about? I'm like, you just changed your mind when we were out.
Yeah, now you're
the
not
worst
going
DD in the history.
In 2014, the Cleveland Browns spent more than $100,000 on a study to determine who the best quarterback in the draft was. The study said it was Teddy Bridgewater. They ignored it and still took Johnny Manziel instead. Why would you do the fucking study even?
Well, I think the owner's like a go from the gut type guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he was like,
so why been working out for study?
$100,000 to that dude is like $10 to us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like.
I'm sure there was. They spent all kind
of maybe to prove to everyone. Like I told you,
I'm pretty sure like the owner like stepped over, just GM and everybody, and was like, I want Manziel. I think he was like a high selling jersey.
The study said, pick what the fuck is this guy?
Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. He's still in the NFL, Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, he's a
what's
backup.
The difference? It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other here, right? No. Neither one. Do you think they would have won a Super Bowl with Bridgell? What the fuck's his name?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater would have been no different, but they did let go of.
So the study didn't know dick anyway.
No, it's Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cleveland
fuck up
dick.
Yeah.
Right.
Then they spent more money. They spent $300 million on a quarterback who got jerked off all the time that blew his Achilles out twice.
Maybe got pushed down the steps. We don't know yet.
That's why the movie Draft Day was stupid. It implied that Cleveland knew what they were doing in the draft.
Well, it's like
only if you have Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Costner. You can fix anything.
This guy's a corn dick, but you gotta love his food choices. Benjamin Ritchie, the man convicted of killing a Beech Grove police officer in 2000. What the fuck? In 2000, chose Olive Garden's tour of Italy as his last meal. A combination of lasagna, fettuccine alfredo, chicken parm. He should have chosen the never-ending soup salad and breadsticks.
That comes with it.
He looks like, who's that fucking British guy? The British Office guy?
Ricky Gervais.
Then he looked like Richie Gervais
with tattoos on his neck.
We were just talking about him the other day too.
Yeah, I mean the tour of Italy's pretty good. I don't understand.
Yeah, I love him. I love lasagna. I love chicken parm and I love fettuccine.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's get to some brother and order, some positivity here. Heinz is now verifying restaurants that serve its ketchup starting in cities like Pittsburgh. Jesus Christ. Where else would they fucking start? On Uber Eats, you'll be able to see if a spot uses Heinz as part of their new Heinz Verified campaign. The move comes after a survey showed 84% of people prefer restaurants that serve Heinz. The rollout also includes cities like Chicago, Dallas, Denver, L.A., Miami, the big markets. Dude, don't get me wrong. I eat ketchup, but the only thing I'll eat is Heinz ketchup. If there's no Heinz ketchup, I just won't eat it.
I really don't give a shit.
I'll use something else.
There's a local place.
I'll use barbecue sauce.
There's a local place. It was actually in Southside that uses Hunt's, and I would go there for like a little thing. It's fine. Heinz is better.
Mike and Tony's.
Right.
Yeah.
But I use it. I got the fries. You put the ketchup. It's not that big a deal.
Right.
I'm not going to download an app and make my decision on the restaurant.
You don't really
based
need
on
that
Heinz
here.
ketchup.
No, I look more at the review.
You go down to the beach, maybe you need that app. If you're
Do
worried
you?
about Heinz.
Heinz.
No, you don't.
You're not going to make a decision.
Heinz wants you to
Probably
think.
not, but I'm just saying in Pittsburgh, it's not really. They don't need to
What's
roll
it-
that out here.
Heinz
Mostly
wants you to
everyone's
think.
using it here.
Heinz wants you to think it's more of a big deal.
Right.
I always thought this, like if you were a single guy, like there should be an app where like a guy goes to massage parlors and then like he rates them. You know what I mean? Like if you get jerked off, if you don't get jerked off, and so like for single guys, like you know what I mean? Like you're out there on the prowl.
You don't have Reach Around? That's what the app's called, Reach Around.
No, I don't have
That's
Reach
right,
Around.
no, it's in the App Store.
Oh.
It's already been invented.
Oh.
Reach Around.
Well, there goes my new YouTube channel. All right.
I thought it was going to be an app, not a YouTube channel.
Is that really
But
what-
YouTube?
are you
It's
fucking
the
with-
live version of Reach Around. The Reach Around app.
You're so full of shit. These. Yeah. These dudes got the coolest dumpster diving score at a closing Joe's Crab Shack. Literally, play the clip. They got a fucking shark? Ooh, that is cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Where do you put that? Well, also, how do you get it home?
Well, they're top of the
Put it on
car,
the
tied
fucking roof
down.
of the car
Yeah.
in some fucking
Like a
ratchet
Christmas
straps.
tree.
Just put that in your yard.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the fucking the heist of the Heinz? Speaking of Heinz bottle from Heinz Field, wasn't that big talk on here? We were supposed to.
So, allegedly, it's in London.
London.
How the fuck did it get there?
They probably just threw it in the water.
It just
and
floated over. Makes
Put a little
sense.
message in the
Yeah,
cap.
message in the bottle.
Yeah. Well, in Haiti, a pastry vendor took revenge on gang members who killed her family by poisoning them with chenille oil, a poison commonly used to eliminate caterpillars. She handed out free empanadas as a fake thank you for protecting the neighborhood. The poison caused violent convulsions, and none of the 40 gang members survived. They all died either on their way to the hospital or waiting for help. God bless you.
Good for her.
God bless.
Fucking A right.
Fuck, fucking a ruthless gang kills your fucking family. Good for her.
Fucking A right.
And you know what? How many people that she probably protected by killing those gang members?
She saved countless lives with that shit. No bullshit. She called down the thunder, and now they got it.
Good
It's
for-
like fucking water
good-
coming after them.
I love that a ruthless comeback. Like, don't
Sure.
just roll over
Love
and
it.
play
That
dead.
sounds like
Even
a
if
good
that's a real
movie.
story or not,
Yeah,
it's
that
fucking
would
awesome.
be.
Fucking A right.
Moms would be scared to eat empanadas.
We didn't kill anyone's family. We're all right. I love a good empanada.
Well, the point is, if you're going to be the gang member, you should know don't leave any members of the family alive.
Right. Well, then you don't go to her mom to feed you.
Obviously.
Right. Like, don't you think that's
You know.
weird? Like
Anybody I
like,
had to
yeah,
She probably doesn't know I
I'm
killed
sure I took out their mother, their kids, their fucking cat. You know,
we
you
just
gotta
killed
take
the
them
whole
all out.
family, and the mother's giving out empanadas. Like, let's go.
Yeah, she
home.
has a special on empanadas. Yeah, we just killed her son. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're just giving free.
Can I have the I
empanada-
just killed your son discount, please?
And it's
Go
funny
ahead.
because I wonder if other people came up and she was like, "No, these are only for gang members."
Yeah, right. No, don't eat that one. You're all right.
Yeah, you didn't kill my family. In Ohio, a 24-year-old Venezuelan Venezuelan's heavy in the news. A Venezuelan migrant allegedly poses a 16-year-old to enroll. This happens a lot, more than people think. To enroll in high school and play sports. Police say Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra. Jeez, these dudes are like 12 names. Claimed to be an unaccompanied minor and even convinced the family to take him in. He attempted Perrysburg High School for 14 months, playing soccer with kids almost a decade younger than him. The truth came out when the mother of the child contacted his host family and revealed his age, backed by photos and official documents. Like, yeah, I mean, you know,
he didn't try playing with the girls. That's
well,
worse.
Yeah, I mean, he might have played with the girls
Right.
off the field.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a whole different kind of work.
He's tatted up. I mean, he does look young.
he got the frosted tips.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You look, yeah, but I mean, it's still fucking.
Right. I mean, yeah, he's younger.
I mean,
looking.
sure, I'd love to go play in the GBA right now.
Right.
But
You only pushed it for 1 year, not 10, right?
The president's name's Turk. Tell him like Turk. I'm only 11. I identify as a 11-year-old and go play and I'd finally get to start. All right. An 80-year-old Russian woman survives a 6-story fall. She was cleaning her apartment's windows when she reportedly lost her footing and fell from the building. However, just moments later, the woman appeared to be unhurt and was seen getting up and asking for help.
She didn't even spill her vodka.
She survived the horrific crash and then walked away normally as if nothing happened. She even spoke to bystanders before the emergency services rushed to the scene to take her to the hospital. Larry, play that clip.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. It looked like the beginning of Lethal Weapon.
I mean, that was a thud. Yeah. Play it one more time. That was so quick.
Yeah, real repeat.
Oh, my God. Look,
Dude, that was
vodka.
Them Russians are tough, man.
They are, dude.
They build them different up here. You
them
know what I mean?
motherfuckers are fighting bears.
The guy who car she landed on is a floor above her and looked out the window and just saw the dent in his car and a woman just moving her arms.
Wow.
Oh, baby, softened her blow.
He's a guy just bought the car, brand new, off of boat. Cost me 17,000 rubles. 80-year-old woman.
One more time, Larry. Oh, yeah.
That's like a WWE fucking move. I love it, dude. Good for her.
She's like...
All right, everybody. I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more of that Greenfield's Finest podcast.
I watched WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of WrestleMania, I'm going to tell you something right now. How's your retaining wall looking outside? It's a group of pussies! I looked at your wall the other day and it looked weak. Weak, just like your frame, and I'll snap your neck in half. Oh, yeah, brother. So go get that retaining wall built back up before I climb up in there, and then I run up in your old lady's gutchies. Yeah, because a man with a weak retaining wall can't protect him, his family, or his old lady's crease. So if you need a new retaining wall, you better call Just Walls for 412-889-4401. Oh, yeah, dig it! Tell them the Nacho Man, Andy Savage, sent you.
Check out Smash and Fried on 563 Greenfield Avenue. They have great burgers and fish sandwiches. They're also hiring cooks for their restaurant, and they also have a food truck. You can email them at smashedandfried@gmail.com. Do you like hot sauce?
I like red hot.
Okay.
Artie's hot sauce. I mean, I love it. Yeah, it's delicious. All of them. They're all good, yeah.
Well, Artie's hot sauce is the best. Thanks for bringing that up, Kenny. So you need to try out our sponsor, Artie's hot sauce. They have about a dozen sauces available on their website, as well as their jarred spicy pickles. Up your hot sauce game and visit artieshotsauce.com, ARTIES hotsauce.com, and they do deliver. So it's a good way to support some local business. Check out our sponsor, Monty Rabner at Rabner and Rabner Law. You're looking for a lawyer for anything: accident, sold some drugs, medical malpractice, fuck top dog, call Monty Rabner. And give him a call at 421-765-2500. Tell him Z-Bird sent you. And when I order pizza, I always go to Capizzuto's at 422 Greenfield Avenue. Hey, it's been here a long time. Used to be Corncelis, now it's Capizzuto's. They've been sponsoring the podcast since day one. You can check out their menu by Googling Capizzuto's Pizza Pittsburgh. And thanks to Larry with this great intel, they have some really good food. Give them a call at 412-521-6570. All jokes aside, they do have great food. Ask for a steak bagel. It's phenomenal. And tell them Greenfield's Finest podcast sent you.
Get yourself a steak bagel, 2 pizza bagels, and a Cherokee Red and call it a day.
And that's a wrap right there.
A wrap.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. My main man, Angry John. What's grinding them gears?
I don't like you people that chew, that spit your chew or like your pouches into the urinals. That's a dick move.
I don't do that.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying the people that chew, like, they're like, yeah, fuck it. Like, some poor janitor got to go in where everybody's just pissing.
Yeah.
You even if they got a glove on and stick their hand in there and grab it out. Like, why can't you just spit in the garbage can?
You're talking like in a sheet, yeah.
Sheets, Kogos, like one was like Kogos that got me. Like somebody just like here's my pouch,
The
and
pouches are worse. The loose shit will
Right,
go
the
down.
loose shit will go down, and you can clean it. Pouches, okay. If you chew a pouch, you're already less than a man anyway.
Yeah.
Why do you got to spit it in the urinal when there's a garbage can right there? You ignorant piece of garbage. Throw it away.
I hate the chewing anyways. People were like, I say, look, you could smoke inside my house back in the day, but chew outside. Because every time the fucking spittoon gets left there.
Spittoon's
you clean
gross,
it up,
dude.
it's worse. One buddy would leave a pouch in my sink, I'd find. He'd like dump something on.
Dude.
I said, every time you chew in my fucking house, there's a pouch I find in my sink.
How many
I
times
say,
I've ever
you
been
ain't allowed to chew in here no more.
Like somebody got spilled on me before. I think
It's
I
gross.
drank some
I'd rather
before.
have you make the chewers go outside than the smokers.
Dude, that's like with me. That like I'll put like real small dips in. I very rarely spit. I just swallow.
Hey, at least he ain't spitting the pouches in the urinal.
That's it.
That is gross.
It's
though.
gross. Anybody just like, here, asshole. Now this asshole got to go clean it. Stick his hand in there and pick my thing that was in my mouth that I pissed on.
Right.
You got to pick it up. You're an asshole.
Insult to injury. Like, you're already
Yeah.
cleaning up the fucking bathroom. Right, I'm with you. I just don't argue with that clear grinder at all.
We got there, but Ken.
Fucking Heron Avenue Bridge is closed.
I fucking hurt.
He's
Dude.
way to ticket. If I want to go down to the convenience store off a Polo Show, it's 30 seconds away down the hill. Now I got to go all the way around to somewhere else. I mean, one fucking bridge collapses. Now every time they find a crack in it, they got to close the bridge for 2 years. And then they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to find a quick solution, but it might be closed till 2028." 2028.
It's fucking 3 years from now.
Yes.
The
What the
draft will
fuck?
be gone by then.
Ridiculous. Maybe they'll find a quick fix. Like I said, that one bridge collapsed and fucking big deal. Now they got to close them all.
No, they put that back
Take
up,
a
and
chance.
then
Dude.
they fired a major bus. What's up with these red bus things that they can just pull in and chill now? What's up with that?
I don't know.
Along with the bike lane
Yeah.
near Braddock Avenue.
I don't got. That's a different garage.
Braddock Avenue is a fucking nightmare
Right.
now with bus lanes.
Yeah.
They should have let that thing collapse. It'd been better off. They should have
Fetterman
let it
smacked
stay
his
in
head off it.
the Fern Hollow
They got
woods.
it's environmental, man. You go to carpool, ride
Dude.
public transportation.
That was a crazy. I remember I was out working that day, and I wasn't there when the bridge collapsed, but I seen what it did, dude. And that was weird looking because the bus was like hanging on
Yeah.
by dear life. I'm like, oh,
He said he was going, like the driver. I heard the story from, like he's like looking up, like fuck, like flooring it, but it was just.
Yeah, it was snowing. I
think he went back to work the next day. I'd have been traumatized.
Did he?
I might not have been able to drive ever again.
Now the one dude's definitely they're gonna get some money, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't think he's worked since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing, you idiot?
I drive for a living. I'm scared to go across bridges. Ah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, there's fucking 455 bridges here. I can't drive across.
You know, every time one, that's what I'm saying. Only one collapsed. They don't got to close a bridge every time it's structurally unsound.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's good to about time to get in the bridge building business.
Yeah.
That's a good Crawford stand up. He said whoever built all the bridges in Pittsburgh was definitely on cocaine.
Oh,
He's like,
he
you want to
said,
do
"Well,
one more?
no,
Let's do one more. That's a
Yeah.
great fucking line. It's true too. I mean, every fucking street, like New York has.
They
like
must have
2
built
bridges.
them all at the same time and then didn't fix
Yeah,
any
all
of
in
them for
50
50 years.
Steel mills.
Oh,
That's
dude.
it too,
Yeah.
right. You ever talk to like an old plumber that's been working for years? He said all this shit is built. It was built to last 100 years, but it's been 100 years. Now we gotta go dig out all these fucking big cast iron pipes and shit. You know, you gotta dig them down, whatever.
Oh yeah,
Same with the bridges. They're
You're
built to last
talking about
100
them
years. It's been
cement
100
fucking
years.
pillars that are buried 12 feet deep under the fucking dirt.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
You're talking about 8 feet of wall. You're talking 20 feet fucking down.
Big, heavy fucking, what do you call it? Terracotta pipe and all that shit.
Yeah.
I say that right?
Yeah, filled
Yeah.
with just
Yeah.
compacted
I
with-
mean, now they got it. They can go trenchless.
Yeah.
That's got to be nice, but you have to dig that shit out, and they filled it with cement and filled anything in it.
When we seen them do that bridge, they like brought it in by pieces, which was actually pretty cool. Like you would see, like it was like an oversized load truck, and they were like placing it in by pieces. It was like
Yeah.
like an erector set. Like they were like put a piece and another piece and another piece. That's the smart way to do
The
it.
pre-built, just like connecting it.
Right, it was like Legos,
prefab.
prefab, like
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
like the one near my house with like the Parkway. They're eventually going to demolish. That's going to take a while. They're going to build it on site, demolish the one piece, and then slide it over.
Yeah.
That's good thinking.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck.
Depending on how much money you got, you can do it real quick, or it could take a long time. You know, some of that shit. You've seen them videos where they
some of
build a
these
major
bridges
highway,
are
they build them in a
fucking
weekend.
tiny. It makes you think, like, dude, just 2 months.
Yeah, that one you see the videos where they built a bridge over the weekend, like a major highway.
In
They
China.
demoed it, bring it in, and fucking
China,
done.
yeah.
different breed over there.
Yeah. Well, I think this was America. Like, it was just they had to do it. When you have the money and the time you want to spend on it, you can do it.
Dude,
you go outside, though.
My gear grinder,
Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky.
yeah, things been going good for me. Whatchamacallit, I'm getting real sick of I've brought this up before, but I'm hitting my fucking wit's end with it. The California sober bullshit. I hate it.
The smoking weed.
I hate the smoking weed, and like I hate when people were like, they'll say something like, "Yeah, dude," I call it stolen valor. They'll be like, "Dude, I haven't drank in 4 years, like 5 years, 10 years. Like you never really had a drinking problem,
right?
You had a heroin problem." You know what I mean? So what, you just don't drink now because you really didn't drink before? And they'll post it on Facebook. That'd be like me saying, I've been off crystal meth for 43 years. I never did it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like my thing was like,
it's like you were never truly an addict. Fuck
right,
you.
Right. And it's like, dude, like I got this thing in my brain where it's like automatically, like as soon as I like get that second beer in me, my fingers just start like automatically dialing certain people's phone numbers to get cocaine. You know what I mean? Like I can't control it. It's like a function in my brain where I'm like, oh, this is the third beer. Like I can't drink.
Right.
If I ever want to have a normal life, I can't successfully drink, and I had to give up drinking.
No, you don't dip your toe in the water. You jump in the pool.
I hate when people are out.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I hate when
see
people.
that.
I don't mind if you want to drink, do whatever you want to do. I hate when you claim any part of sobriety and you drink.
Right. California sober, I thought they smoke weed.
It is.
But it's still the same thing.
Whatever. Yeah,
no, I'm with you.
And like, when there was a joke here, we were always going to joke about it. Like,
no, fuck them.
Dudes would be like,
They're
oh, yeah,
shit.
I'm on fucking, methadone. I still snort coke, and I drink like a little bit, but, it's like McKee's Rock sober.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, that's what it was.
Right.
It's like the guy talking about when he was in Nam. Like, dude, it was 1980. You weren't Nam. You let people
You're
think
too
you were
young,
Nam.
dude. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's like I got a
like
fucking,
Franklin, Sunny Philadelphia.
I got a fucking. I got
1990.
I got a neighbor who's 3 years older than me he looks
like Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, he rides around on a rascal and fucking always like says like sexual shit to all the chicks like around. You know what I mean? It was like my lady, but then there was like a neighbor up the street. Like he's really been like harassing
I didn't get
her.
my third leg, sweetheart.
And he's always like Gary. He goes when they do the Veterans Day like little parade around. He's like up in the front on his rascal. And I'm like, this is bullshit. The dude's only 47. He was never in Vietnam.
Right.
And I'm sick of it. I've been talking about on DVE for 2 years now. You know what I mean? I can't stand the dude. You know, I'd like to see him really go to combat.
Minimum.
Maybe get thrown down an
Are
escalator.
you even in Vietnam if you're 67 now? Does that math add up?
No,
you
dude,
gotta be in your
time is
70s
fine.
now.
You figure when to
70.
My dad turned 70 next week, and he was like 18 at the last year, I think.
The last year, yeah. Yeah. So
Damn.
How old is he?
He turned 70 next week.
Yeah.
So
So,
your dad-
the
how long
last
was
year
he
was
out there for,
73,
Larry?
right?
Like he said,
That makes
he was in,
sense.
like the last year, and he was on aircraft carriers, I think, for the most part. So he was like in the water.
Okay.
He wasn't actually like on land.
But he was still over in the
draft.
shit.
Last year to draft to the war or whatever.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm sick of hearing about the California sober bullshit. It's just a fucking scam, and like I'm starting to think like it's a big fucking cycle of fuck you. It's like big pharma put out Oxycontins and all that, then people got addicted to heroin. Then half of these big pharma companies are the hugest investors in rehabs. So it's like in methadone and Suboxone.
Are they?
Sell the disease and the cure.
Yep. So it's like they got you hooked, then they come back around. We're going to make our money on the Suboxone. We're going to make our money on the methadone. We're going to make our money on the rehab.
Well, they were
Which
saying
it's
what
more-
Suboxone is like way harder to kick than.
I think it's addicted to that too.
I was on Suboxone for about 2 years. I was on methadone for about a year and a half, and I would say they're neck and neck. Like they're both. They're both.
I mean, that's
hard.
just it's in theory supposed to just help you with withdrawal, right?
Suboxone initially was started to be this small taper where they would give you this much this day, cut it in half the next, cut it
so
in half,
you don't
cut it in half.
go through withdrawal.
Yeah, and it would help with the withdrawal. So like by the time you're like kind of like, it was never meant to be designed for people to take it for the rest of their lives. And believe me, if you're listening to this and you got off heroin and you're on Suboxone, I am not talking. I don't, do whatever you got to do to stay off heroin. Please don't do heroin. I'm not bashing you at all. I just feel like it's a trap.
He said, just stay on the Suboxone and don't try and pull no California sober bullshit.
I thought you were talking about them people that just get high as the bejesus on weed now.
Yeah, they're just somebody else that wants attention for something. That they got to claim to have a problem that they don't have.
Valor.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the best episode ever at Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Thank our sponsor, Rosado & Sons Landscaping. All your landscaping needs, contact them at 412-521-9045. That includes pressure washing and chemical lawn care maintenance. We want to thank our sponsor, Fat Butcher. If you're looking for premium quality, locally sourced meats in Pittsburgh, visit Fat Butcher at 5151 Butler Street in Lawrenceville, where they offer pasture-raised, nose-to-tail cuts, beef, pork, lamb, and chicken. Their knowledgeable staff is ready to help you find the perfect cut to prepare a custom order. Explore their offerings and place orders online at fatbutcher.com.
Whether a recent storm has damaged your home's gutter system or your roof requires an update, at Allen Construction, they are equipped with the tools and skills to accomplish any job you throw their way. Roofing, windows, siding, soffit and fascia, gutters and spouts. You won't regret calling Allen Construction. 412-954-8337 or visit allenconstructionpgh.com. That's ALAN constructionpgh.com. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim firstly to be a company that is principle-driven and achieve this by valuing the importance of ethical business practices, creating exceptional relationships with both customers and employees. Their high standards derive from a focus to detail and a priority on their reputation. So give them a call at 412-915-1694. 412-915-1694. Need help with roofing, siding, gutters, downspouts, or soffit and fascia? You should talk to SNL Remodeling LLC. 412-628-9717. 412-628-9717 and tell them GFP sent you. You know them, you love them, they have been serving the area for over 28 years. Greater Pitt Tree Service. They offer tree and shrub trimming, pruning, and removal. Have a tree that looks like it could be a problem? They'll come by and assess the situation. Schedule your service today, 412-312-4651. Want to learn more? Check out their website, greaterpitttreeservicepa.com. Need to move? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're a team of experienced and professional movers dedicated to providing clients with the best possible service. They will work with you to create a custom moving plan that fits your specific needs and budget. They're also fully bonded and insured. So give Miracle Movers a call, 412-419-2620. Car problems suck, especially if the problem is too big for you to fix yourself. You don't know where to take your car and you don't know who to trust. Well, let me talk to you about Meineke Car Care, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Oil changes, brakes, maintenance, pretty much anything you need is in their wheelhouse. So if you need a hand making your car problems suck less, call Meineke Car Care Center, 412-451-8968. Ask for Arthur, 412-451-8968. Are your steps and sidewalks starting to crack? Do you miss it when they actually look nice and clean? Call Giuseppe & Sons. They handle repairs and replacements. 412-421-6711. These are the guys you can trust to help you with all your masonry work in the Pittsburgh area. That's Giuseppe & Sons, 412-421-6711. Located in the heart of Pittsburgh's South Side, 12 Whiskey Barbecue features 100 bottled craft beers and 28 drafts from local and indie brewers. Their kitchen's open late and they have a crazy good menu. On top of that, they have events at the bar as well as offer catering. Birthdays, weddings, business events, and more, they've got you covered. Check them out at 12pgh.com or visit them at 1222 East Carson Street. That's TWELVEPGH.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We got a couple questions here. We're about to jump into what would Greenfield do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop. All right, this is a good one. I think we'll get 3 different answers from us. What Pittsburgh bar or restaurant that is now gone do you guys miss the most? Really good question.
Go ahead, Kenny.
I don't know one right off the top of my head.
I can think of a very, very local one. It was in
the O.
Okay, that's a great one.
I didn't go a lot, but it's something that
I was a big O guy.
I
miss the O.
I miss the O.
I miss the hot dogs, the fries, even the cheap, shitty pizza was good.
When we were kids, there was I don't want to say kids. We were in high school. There was a bar that we were able to get alcohol from a lot. I think me
The
and
Asian
John,
place.
me and John
The
didn't
Korean
look,
store.
didn't look old enough when we were like 15. Some of our friends who were like 15, 16 got in there. It was called Pickles. Pickles was cracking. I remember like hanging out in front of Pickles to get 40s. Like a lot of good times waiting for 40s.
People like talk about Pickles like it was Studio 54.
Yeah.
Like time of your life. And I was like, and people were like underage in there, but for some reason, like the one girl had it out for me and I could not get in.
Yeah.
And she was like, I would go to hand an ID. She's like, don't even hand me this dude's ID. And I'm like, damn it. And then, like, by the time like I was old enough, the place kind of died off.
Yeah.
And turned to shit.
I went in there. I went in.
Right. So I feel like I missed it. Now, like,
I went in there one night in high school. I was 16 years old. We were at a keg party. Left the keg party. Went out with some guys that were older. I'll say their name. Greg Vandre and Vinny Shanks. And they were like, "Come on, dude. You know, Pedro was actually one. We'll sneak you in." And they snuck me in. And I never had been in a bar. Sat down and drank and got like a couple pictures of shots. And it was so cool because like the Crows were in there. The Crows is like a girl gang from our neighborhood, but they were all like hot chicks. They were like in this. They're all like still good looking, older. Like they're older now, but like they're still all good looking. But like the Crows,
They were in their prime then.
Yeah, they actually still look great for their age. Like the Crows are like good looking women still. I think a couple Crows listened to this, and but like dude, the Crows were in there, and I just thought it was like the coolest night ever. Like I was like, I'd probably only been in there. Like John said, I wasn't a big Pickles guy. Like I didn't get in there when it was in its prime. Probably 3 or 4 times, but that one night was probably one of the best nights I ever had in high school.
Well, yeah, we had like the Warsaw. It's the Rock Room now, but when I was like in high school, it was the Warsaw, and I got starved in there underage. But then there was like probably a 5-year period where anytime you were on your way home, you'd cruise by and you'd be like, so-and-so's car's there. You'd stop in and someone else would see your 2 cars there and someone else would stop. And it was all, it could be any night of the week. If you saw the right person's car there, you'd stop in and then it would, everyone would do the drive-by and you'd stop in. Any night could turn into a good night when you were younger, you know?
Yeah.
You know, fucking hangovers didn't matter and shit. A lot of the time, I wasn't even 21.
We're you know, and then there was.
I went there after high school pep rally once.
We had a lot of fun in our generation. Kenny, you probably can relate to this. Under 21 clubs were cracking, like Coconuts.
I hated those clubs.
I never went.
I wasn't a dancer.
No, me too. Me either.
And there was always the song that came. Me and Dino talked about this all the time. Like, if you're not dancing, what did you come here for? Dance. And we looked at each other like, I don't even know why I'm here. Just get the fuck out of here.
Because there was.
Because if you weren't dancing, you looked like an idiot. You were just standing there. Like, what were you doing?
No, I wasn't.
There was a lot of random. I mean, there was.
Yeah,
because we weren't seeing puss from other neighborhoods, and then if you went there, you were seeing puss from other neighborhoods, which was like, oh my god. Look at these chicks from Morningside.
That was too. You had to go there. You had to be ready too, because you never know if something's gonna happen. Yeah.
Right, dude. Yeah, it was freak dancing and fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember Club Wet. I remember this one dude.
Was there Jets and Club Zoo?
He was over 21. It was
those dudes were the best. That would
be sneaking in under 21. Go to a bar, man. What the fuck's the matter?
Because I remember he would get beer for these like younger chicks, and then like he was over 21. I remember he had like a wife beater on and like a beer gut. And this chick he was dancing with was like a hot younger chick, and he was freak dancing, but he was bouncing her. And dude, I'll just never forget.
Banging her.
His tits were bouncing more than hers, and I'll just never forget like his sweaty old hairy tits.
It was like the dude that got carded to make sure like you are under 21.
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
He looked about 28. I think he was like 22 at the time, but like he hung out with old.
So was he like a nerd? Like he probably wasn't cool enough to hang out with people his own age in the other bar. So you had to come be cool with the young kids.
He was like hanging out with dudes who were like his like cousins and shit like that.
See, I didn't like. I wasn't. I'm not a. I get drunk and think I could dance, but we weren't drinking at those places.
We would get drunk.
I didn't get
before
later
you
on.
You have to get
begin
drunk
with,
for, and that's a
I didn't
weird.
dance either. Then now I don't care. I'll try and dance drunk and not be good at it, but it's still fun. I don't care.
I would.
But younger than you cared if you couldn't dance. You know, you couldn't do it.
I remember the one girl was like trying to show
I
me,
knew
but like I was
getting
like
no girls there.
So
dancing.
I was
It
like
wasn't-
probably sober, and like that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I was just like really uncomfortable.
There was a girl one time who came. Like they were just fucking with me. I was only 13. I was at Club Wet.
Anyways,
I was with.
I had no chance.
I went down there with a buddy of mine, Tony. We were both young, and this girl came in and she had a Hooters outfit on, and she started freak dancing on me because I was like the youngest dude, and I just started dry fucking her. I didn't know what to do. I was just like. and you know, like I'll never forget that night. You know, 'cause that was just a fun night. I was an idiot who would try to dance because I was so fucked up. I couldn't dance either.
You're better off. You had more fun. Just go out and make a fool of yourself. You're funner.
I did plenty of times. Let's see what else we got here. You're about to go out for a night with the boys. What song are you playing while you're pre-gaming?
Like, what do you play to pump yourself up before you go out?
Oh, I understand the question. It's just I mean, I think about back in the day. I mean, I loved back in the day when I was like poor, like some Motley Crue. If I was going to a concert,
some 80s shit. I was like,
I loved
I'm in a fan of
shit.
That was another thing. I didn't really care for rap to go to them old clubs we were talking about.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like the music.
I was a big rap guy.
I didn't like the music. I didn't like that.
Our generation was rap. But like when I was in my like 20s and we were going to a concert, I would love listening to like some like Motley Crue to get me pumped. Cause I was like
good shit.
On the drop, you know what I mean? Like some Dr.
I just happened to come on my phone to Beastie Boys.
Dude, I remember being like younger, drinking with like older dudes, and they would listen to like, it was like all like Led Zeppelin.
I was,
you know,
yeah,
and
that
that
old school for them.
Dude, there's only so many hours you can listen to that before you're like,
No,
I think
classic rock.
I want to blow my brains out.
I want to take the stairway to heaven.
Yeah, right. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I like it probably better now than when I did like when I was like in high school and be like,
I fell into that trap of pretending like I liked Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Then when I got older, I did like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, like you said. But like, dude, I remember sitting in our buddy Diggler's attic, and I remember like listening to Led Zeppelin.
it was relentless. They played the same song over and over again.
And then like Metallica would come on, and like I kind of remember when things changed when Limp Bizkit came around, because like all of a sudden dudes start liking Limp Bizkit, and I remember like hardcore dudes were like, "That's fucking pussy music," and I'm like, I like it.
I like Limp Bizkit was alright, but they didn't stand the
went to
test of time like Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd.
Well, that and Metallica would play, and then you'd see a couple dudes like now they're thinking about punching somebody in the face.
Yeah.
And usually they would.
I seen Metallica 5 times.
That was my first concert ever. I was 14. Star Lake.
My first concert was No Dot, and I fingered a fat. So I was with a buddy of mine, Billy Donnie, Keisa Siri. And we're out there, and we snuck a bottle of peach schnapps. Keisa Siri, you know, he stole it or something, and we took it. I don't know how he got it. We had a bottle of peach schnapps. We're having fun.
13.
And Billy Donnie, I remember, was out there in the field, and met a girl. We're fucking 14 at No Dot, and this girl might have been like 15 or something. And he started like making out with her. And she had a friend who was a fat. And I just figured I'd finger her, and I did. And, you know, like, those are some great memories.
Good times, huh?
You finger a fat, you're like, yeah, you know, I was
Fucking
young
right.
and drunk. You know, you get away with it. Let's do one more, and then we'll head on out of here. Where would be the... It's a fucking stupid question. What's the worst movie you've ever seen, and why? Dude, I fucking thought the stupidest movie ever, and don't even ask, I mean, you could ask me why I watched it. I was with my girlfriend, we watched it. Was that fucking 50 Shades of Grey? Was the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen. It was horribly written, horribly acted. I don't even think I seen it.
Did your girl like it?
Should have read the book first.
She was like, she kind of like was more into it. It was more like, but it wasn't like the dude like a little bit sex. There was
the guy's a controlling, creepy stalker.
Yeah,
Like, he wasn't even a nice guy. And this
So
is
you
what the
know
women
about
like.
this?
I saw the movie.
Yeah. Did you like the movie?
No, I mean, you know, I wanted to see her naked, I guess.
And you didn't.
Yeah. Right. No, I mean, I
You
watched
just got
it.
all to the good parts here, Larry.
It was just like, this is what women like, but then they claim like feminism and shit. The dude was controlling, like, kind of mean to her.
Yeah. And he had a helicopter.
This is what you want?
He had a hammer.
This is women are just dumb.
Oh, I thought you meant he like took
Fucking
his
bunch
wiener.
of dumb broads.
No,
Fifty
he's
million
running
dumb
around,
broads.
yeah.
Twist around like a twist around like a helicopter.
Yeah.
But you got a movie you hate, Rosaldo?
There's this movie. It was like a horror movie.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Elizabeth Kubert or whatever the fuck her name is. Paris Hilton's in it.
Okay.
And like it was so gruesomely, but like not even like it. First of all, I hate all the Saw movies.
Is that the?
Don't like any of them.
Are you talking about the wax one?
Yes.
Yeah.
House of Wax, where like she like puts her finger through a grate and they cut her finger off. And, like as soon as that happened in the movie,
Super glued her lips
I'm like,
together.
Johanna, let's go. I'm done.
Elise and
super glued her
Cuthbert.
lips
Cuthbert, yeah, I'm not.
She was a fucking bombshell.
Beautiful. But they cut her finger off. She like put it in like this. Like I'm not. That's just not for me. That gory.
But she couldn't
shit.
scream because her lips were.
Yeah, it was. It was just like.
Yeah.
It was just like one of them things. I'm like, this is just fucking stupid.
Human Centipede might have been the worst movie I ever seen.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
And I think
Well, now what is this?
Okay.
They make fun of it on South Park. It's good.
Human Centipede. It was this doctor drugged these 4 people and he turned them into human centipede. So he sewed their mouth. So there'd be a front person. You were lucky if you were in the front.
You never
So
heard
if
of the
you
premise?
were the second, your mouth was on that person's asshole. And then you were like stuck to them like a centipede,
someone was
and they'd
your
have to
asshole.
move around. So like they would like try not to shit, but you would have to shit, and you'd shit in that person's mouth. Then that's the only food they got. Then they'd be like, but it was gross. Then the next person would poop and poop into that. It was just disgusting.
It's
It
a good
was
South Park.
The asparagus or the cuddle.
Yeah, they were feeding the one dude like bomb ass. The front dude was eating steaks.
And this was like real people. Look like real people all together.
Yeah.
They're still together.
See, that's an unnecessary, goofy, weird, psycho mind.
Just
people.
watch
if
the
you
South
ask
Park.
me, if you ask me,
Stop it. It's funny. They make
if
fun
you
of it
ask
pretty
me,
good.
whoever made it was a pervert, and he
Sure went right in the head.
He was like, "Hey, I got an idea. I want to jerk off to this. Get these weirdos together. I want you to fucking."
It shows them all naked.
So
I think
yeah,
they have like diapers on or stuff.
they had diapers, but you could see tits, and then like it was like, "I want you to." No, they didn't have diapers because they were shitting each other's mouth, Larry.
On like the side.
But it was like show like somebody like actually like not actually shitting, but like acting shitting.
Yeah, because and then the face would blow up, and it was
Okay, that's
disgusting.
gross.
But hey, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Don't shit in anyone's mouth. But if you do want to have a good time,
yes.
come on down to 12 Whiskey Barbecue Friday, June 13th. Real quick, also, I'll be on the Improv this Thursday. I'll be featuring. So if you want to come down, hit me up. Let me know you want to come down. I'm not sure. I think tickets they're pretty cheap for that. I think they're like $5-10. But really want to help support the podcast. We can use all the help we can get. Sign up on Patreon. But also come to this comedy show. It's my birthday. It's a big deal. Put a lot of effort into this. Help support, local business down the South Side. And let's show Marty Griffin South Side's still a great place to come. And Marty Griffin, throwing an invitation out there, brother. You know what I mean? I'm throwing it out there to you. And I'm extending of Olive Branch, and I'd love to see you down there, man. We had the King of Cool was down there before. He came to the last comedy show, so there might be some celebrities down there. And I know
Good
one
history.
day-
The first time I met Z-Bird was there, first comedy show.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yep, and it's a good time down there, ain't it?
Yes.
They got bomb food. They got good drinks, good looking bartenders, and it's a fun place to hang out. And they got a cool stage set up. So I hope to see everyone down there. Grab your tickets on Eventbrite. You can, and also follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to build up my Instagram, Mike Zidell Comedy. And everyone, thank you so much for all your support. It literally means the world to me. This podcast ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep on trucking for another 5 years. My name's Mike Zidell. This is Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Greenfield loves you, and we're out.